Dr. Maher. Our next speaker, Rachel Dennis, is an outstanding parent leader making a difference in her community. Rachel is the mother of 2 boys from Washington, D.C. She joined Martha's Table Early Childhood Education Center in D.C. seeking help for her younger son, Noah, who was showing early signs of developmental delays. Through Martha's Table, she found the help that she needed to become a passionate advocate for early childhood education, eventually becoming a family engagement specialist with the organization, helping families and parents just like her. Rachel participated in NCFL's family leadership initiative called Activate National, and she's here today to share more about that experience. Please join me in welcoming Rachel Dennis.
Good morning. Give me a second. Thank you, Dr. Felicia, for that great welcome, and welcome everyone to Nebraska. This morning, I'm going to tell you how the village made me better. I've read somewhere it takes a village to raise a child. Do they show up, or is there a number to call? Do they mean a village as in a small town where everyone knows each other? In my case, I live in a busy and urban city plagued with many problems. Therefore, most families are desperately in need of help. In 2019, I was a single mother of 2 boys, 16 years apart in age, and I was in search of a supportive village. My oldest son, Montez, is what you would consider a gifted child. He grew up with loving parents who later divorced, yet we still desired for our son to receive a good education. For him to go off to college and graduate was our main goal. He attended a private preschool program at the age of 3 and excelled very fast. His love for school developed very young into a strong educational foundation, and in middle school, he tested into a dual high school college program. In 2020, he graduated with his high school diploma and his associate's degree. Thank you. And numerous college offers. He is currently a college senior at Alabama State University, achieving many accomplishments such as joining a fraternity, interning at ESPN, ABC News, and Universal Music Group, where in the spring of 2024, he will graduate with honors. Statistics reveal that children with actively involved parents are more likely to excel academically. According to Positive Action Net, 95% of students with actively involved parents have better mental and physical well-being, providing them with a good foundation to excel academically. I guess you would think I did pretty well with my oldest son, huh? Well, however, that's not the case in September of 2017. When I welcomed my second son, Noah. You see, Noah didn't develop the same as Montez early on as a child. And due to domestic violence and mental health challenges, I was now raising Noah and Montez alone with the support of my parents. Due to my finances, I was not able to get Noah into an early childhood education program early on. So he was taken care of by a close family friend in a daycare. By the age of 1, I noticed that Noah was not speaking at all. Unlike other children his age, he did not hit certain milestones as he should have based on the ASQ test done at his doctor's appointments. The Age and Stages Questionnaire, the 3rd edition, ASQ3, is a developmental screening tool that pinpoints developmental progress in children between the ages of 1 month up to 5.5 years old. I found myself in the same situation as many parents, wondering what was wrong and how I could fix this since I could not afford quality childcare for him. One day I saw a sign that advertised open enrollment for Early Head Start at Martha's Table. I pulled over, anxious to get Noah into the program so that I could return to work full-time and he could get a better education. In 2019, Noah was accepted into the Early Childhood Education program, and I never imagined what would happen next. Research suggests that poverty experienced during early childhood has worse consequences on long-term outcomes than poverty experienced later in childhood, and that children whose socioeconomic circumstances are difficult lag in health and cognitive development early on in life. When Noah started his education at Martha's Table, his teachers noticed some of the same developmental delays I had noticed. They advised me to get him tested, which allowed for support services to come in to get him help. But once COVID started, Noah had to receive the support services virtually, and it delayed his progress. However, Martha's Table still provided me with educational supplies so that Noah could attend classes online. I was amazed that during quarantine, teachers had classes every day. They read and delivered interactive lessons with children so they wouldn't fall behind. This was important to me because children who do not have access to early childhood education are often not prepared and are developmentally delayed compared to their peers when starting kindergarten. From the support I was receiving with Noah, I took advantage of the support offered for parents. I became active at Martha's Table by attending and participating in a variety of workshops. The genuine love that I received from the staff was like that of a family. They were instrumental in helping me achieve my goals of becoming economically self-sufficient and a better mother for my sons. I started counseling classes, financial literacy courses, and parenting support groups. I served on the Community Advisory Council and Parent Policy Council as the secretary. I was also invited to be an advisor on the board, and that's when I knew Martha's Table had become my village. In 2021, I became an employee at Martha's Table. Now I am in a position to extend the same support and resources to the mothers in my community. One day, the director of the Early Childhood Department emailed a few moms in the program who might be interested in joining a national equity focus group to acquire leadership skills and learn to amplify their voice through advocacy. This led me to apply to NCFL Activate National Early Childhood Advocacy Network. When I was selected and I joined Activate, I wasn't sure how my experience as a parent would be like, or if my opinion would matter, or if I would make it to this stage. But when I arrived at the first session, the knowledge and the robust information that was shared was eye-opening. Sitting amongst my fellow BIPOC peers having discussions on early childhood equity issues occurring throughout each state was empowering. Sharing our experiences and coming up with solutions and policy changes really helped me to see how big and important an issue this is on a national level. If it wasn't for the past year being a part of Activate, I wouldn't have developed the drive to speak up for early childhood providers. These sessions exposed me to history I had never known, research that showed racial disparities among children and the educational inequalities we are facing today, but more importantly, the need for change. It challenged all of us to think deeper about what policies we want to tackle and how we can do it. Throughout the last few years, I have unfortunately witnessed parents' lack of understanding of the importance of early childhood education versus daycare. Yet it encouraged me to learn more about parent advocacy and how to persuade mothers on the importance of finding a village through an effective early childhood program. Parental involvement is not only for the children. Using your voice to impact for your family and others in your community will affect your child's education in the long term. The more we, as parents, take leadership roles in our schools and our communities to advocate for our early childhood educators, it will positively impact the outcome of our children's trajectory from poverty to prosperity. Think of all the people in your life and your children's life who make decisions for their education and their well-being. I would say they are your village, and you need to know them. I am thankful for Martha's Table and Activate for giving me the opportunity to amplify my voice on this topic and being a part of my village. I am still learning on this walk, and if you ask me now how I do it, I would say I'm not a good mother. I have a good village. Yet I was told by a dear friend and colleague, Iman, wrong, Ray, you're an amazing mom with a village. I can now say I understand this old African proverb, it takes a village to raise a child. Thank you for your time and allowing me to share my story.
And if there ever is a drop the mic moment, did we just now experience it?